problem with this type of thinking is that it removes the most important part of the equation, which is you.
Yeah, this is something I've heard before and before and before, and it sounds like you've actually got something to say, when actually when you have a little bit of a think about things, you can see that it's a load of fucking crap. So here's a little bit of a think about it for you. Okay, we're in the modern world. Now let's go back to the 1970s and forward from there to now. Okay, so that's our timeline, 1970 round to 2022. So the vast majority of relationships end in divorce, or at least they break up. When the relationships break up, custody of the children goes to the mother in the vast majority of cases. So you've got little boys and little girls being brought up by the primary role model being the mother. They then go to primary school, and it's something like 99% of primary school teachers are female. So you've got little children, boys and girls, being brought up for generations now, since the 1970s, generations of boys and girls brought up with the primary role model being the woman. Okay, that in some cases, little boys never know what it's like to have a male role model until they leave home, until they're growing up. So to say that it's just hurt men and hurt women, creating this division in society, MGTOW and feminism, is an absolute load of fucking crap. Right? It's simplistic bullshit. Because there's so much more to the psyche, to the human psyche, than just a few bad relationships, a little bit of heartache. And not just that, I know MGTOW who've never been in a relationship. I've never been hurt in a relationship, so I can speak on behalf of all the MGTOW who have never been hurt and call out your fucking bullshit. Because what it comes down to is that for the past 50 years, the vast majority of children have been without a primary male role model during their formative years. So you can carry on like a pork chop about puzzle pieces fitting together and men and women needing each other and rah, 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 and the main problem is you, because it's not. All right, it's a deeper underlying issue throughout society, and who's the one holding the reins? It ain't men.
So if you have had relationships with so many bad men that's what you believe to be the norm, or if you're a man and you've had such terrible encounters with women that you believe that to be the norm, there is something there that you seem to be missing. Is that you are the person who has that pattern. You are the person who keeps attracting these people. You're either attracted to them, or there's something in your behavior that is attracting them to you, or both. This is why I believe that feminism and men going their own way is more of a personal responsibility issue more than a social issue, because...
Well, I think I can agree with you that MGTOW is a personal issue, because it's a decision, a lifestyle decision, a philosophy, a way of life, and that's a personal decision. That's what separates a MGTOW from a bachelor, in my opinion. Bachelors can fall into bachelorhood just through the decisions they take in life. I know someone who's done that. And MGTOW are men who take that red pill and who understand the world differently to the blue-pilled male. I believe the MGTOW view is correct. I believe the red pill view is actually reality. rather than the blue pill, which is equivalent to the Matrix. Blue pill where you're just a battery, copper top. Feminism is definitely a social issue, to use your terminology, and that's because feminism has influenced lawmakers with, for instance, the Duluth model. There's a direct reference to Duluth, who was a feminist, the Duluth model in domestic violence. So feminism is definitely a social movement, and I'm of the same opinion as you. I think it's all wrong about feminism, but MGTOW and feminism are definitely not two sides of the same coin. They are, I wouldn't say diametrically opposed, but there's definite distinct differences between the feminist movement and the MGTOW philosophy. I think phrasing it like that, you can see that there are distinct differences.
I can tell you by personal experience, now that I don't have the feminist bias lens to observe the world, that being a woman in the modern civilized world that we know, where feminists are the most vocal, is actually amazing. It's a great thing. There's so many perks to being a woman. If you are a soft-spoken, intelligent, charismatic woman that looks good and well put together, you can literally accomplish anything just because of that. It's pretty fascinating. And if women don't see it that way, I feel bad for them, because it is the reality. And if you are not living that reality, if you are stuck in a victimhood mentality, you're literally in Plato's cave, suffering without understanding how many opportunities are available to you. So
Yep, again, so that is basically the red pill. That's what men are saying, that women have all the perks in life and men don't. Okay, so you're displaying the MGTOW red pill view of the world, just there. I will add, from a female perspective, of course. The MGTOW perspective is not quite the same as that.
I love women, you know, and I want to see women thrive, and I want to see women succeeding, and I don't believe that feminism is the way for that to happen. I believe that feminism is actually putting women into a cage that they don't realize they're in, and not allowing them to completely express themselves in the feminine beauty and strength. Understanding your strength as a woman is a very powerful thing. It's a very necessary thing if you want to navigate this world and enjoy the opportunities that the world gives you. If you are not able to do that, you are going to suffer, and you are going to lose all kinds of opportunities, which is going to leave you even more bitter and resentful. And this is what we're seeing today, is a lot of bitter and resentful women, and it's a shame, and it's really created by feminism. So that's why I'm making this video, is because
feminism's given you bitter, disillusioned women. From a MGTOW point of view, couldn't care less. I care about that as much as you care about the untouchable street sweeper on the streets of Calcutta, or the average coal miner down in the bowels of the earth, digging out the fucking black coal that helps to power your empowered existence as a woman. So don't come at me telling me feminism's failed women. I couldn't care less.
I hope more women realize that. And having said that, the same exact thing goes for men going their own way. Men going their own way is an interesting group, because it is a group that has a very biased lens through which they observe the world, which causes them to act in a certain way, destroying their chances of finding what they really want.
Go on then. Tell us what MGTOW really want. Come on. I don't think you can. And the reason I don't think you can is MGTOW is about the individual. It's about the man. It's not groupthink. Like you told us, you'd taken your feminist lenses off and you're looking at the world as a young, empowered woman or something. Now, that's groupthink, right? Feminism's groupthink. MGTOW aren't a group. We're not a community. We're just men, individual men, spontaneously making this decision all over the world to go MGTOW. There's no groupthink in MGTOW. MGTOW's about the man. It's about the individual man. He sets his own goals. He goes his own way. That's what MGTOW's about. It's something women will never understand. And it goes back to the cavemen. Okay, the men went out 10,000 years ago hunting the mammoth. What were the women doing? Grubbing around in the dirt, looking for the food, gathering food. Men hunting food. Completely different way of life. Completely different way the brain formed. Have a think about that one.
By holding this belief. And it's exactly the same thing with feminism. So that's not to say that both of these groups don't have valid arguments, because they do. I believe so. I believe some of the things they say are fair, some of the things they say are not.